We are now getting some more breaking news. Now, amid the escalating war between Israel and Hamas, now Muslim organizations back home in India have condemned the violence. Muslim Students Organization and All India Pasmanda Muslims Mahaz have condemned the violence and also attacks on innocent civilians and also the taking of women and children as hostages by Hamas. My colleague Siddhant is now joining us with more details. Siddhant, is the condemnation only for the Hamas militants, or it's also about the counter-offensive that Israel has launched on Gaza? Siddhant, are you there? We don't think we have that link through with my colleague Siddhant as of now, but this is what we are learning. And this is a report that's coming in from the country itself, from India itself, where there has been an open condemnation of the Israel-Hamas war, especially the violence that's been inflicted by Hamas on civilians, women and children, and also the hostage crisis that Israel really is looking at. This condemnation has been coming from Muslim organizations, especially the Students Organization and also the All India Pasmanda Muslims Mahaz. All of them have gone on to condemn what is being witnessed by Israel at the moment. Remember earlier as well, there were some, in fact, condemnation for condemnation of the war that had happened in Israel, and this was right after Hamas really inflicted that kind of open attack at Israel. We had seen student organizations in the Aligarh Muslim University that had in fact come out in support of Palestine, and this was after the counter-offensive that had been launched by Israel. Now we are seeing some Muslim organizations, especially student organizations, that have come out to openly condemn the violence that's been inflicted by Hamas. And their entire statement that we are also putting out on air for our viewers was the fact that the acts of attacking innocent civilians, also taking women and children as hostages, should be condemned unequivocally, and that is the statement that has come out by Muslim Students Organization and also All India Pasmanda Muslims Mahaz. My colleague Siddhant is back with us on the broadcast. Siddhant, I was earlier asking you, is the condemnation only about the Hamas militants or also about the counter-offensive that Israel has launched on Gaza?
Well, look, in fact, the mature people, those who understand what has happened, or those who are understanding that how Hamas has unleashed barbarism on the whole of Israel on Saturday, are condemning the attacks made by Hamas, and perhaps have issued, even the Muslim bodies have issued a strong statement. The Pasmanda Muslims and some sects, those who oppose the terror groups like Hamas and Hezbollah, they have come up with a very strong statement against Hamas, condemning the act, and perhaps they also believe in Israel's Israel's right to defend. But at the same time, there is other side also existing which believes in what Hamas is doing is right, unfortunately. But the larger proportion is of those who consider Hamas as a terror group, and they want Hamas to be dealt in the same manner how Israel is dealing with them right now, by bombarding their residences, their offices, by destructing their capabilities, their areas where they keep their weaponry, ammunition, all are being destroyed. So, largely the Indian Muslims are supporting the action by Israel, and also they are condemning the terror strike that Hamas has unleashed on Israel. Back to you.
Right. Thank you so much for that, Siddhant. Remember, the United States has also offered solidarity and support to Israel in responding to the Hamas attack. But when we know about how UN has called this a humanitarian crisis, that also is being looked at, especially in the wake of the counter-offensive that's been launched by Israel after the attack on Gaza Strip. This was after the surprise attack that Hamas inflicted on Israel.